Hello everyone and welcome to another video of me making a card with you all. So this week I am, or for the next few days anyway, I'm going to be showcasing the Blossom in Blooms bundle, which is a beautiful stamp set and comes with these beautiful dies. So you've got the two big ones and then you have the little flowers. Today I'm going to do, it's going to be quite a simple card, but we're going to do a bit of colouring and yeah, make it look a little bit different. So you can obviously cut them out, you know, all in one colour and then stack it on top of each other, which does look really good together. But today what I'm going to do is cut these both out in white and then colour them with my blends. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's the idea. That's the idea in my head at the moment. So I'm not sure if it's going to work. We'll see. All right, so we'll start with cutting our flowers. So we'll grab my new little my cut and emboss machine, which this little guy is now available to all customers. So if you are interested in grabbing one, let me know and I can help you grab one. You've got two choices. You can buy it as a customer or you can join my team and you get it cheaper. So you can get it for $169 in your starter kit, or you can pay $209 as a customer. So that's up to you. Okay, well, I'll start rolling this through. Okay, that's one done. So we're going to do both. We're going to do the larger one and the smaller one. I'm just going to grab this off. I'll finish plucking all that out in a moment. Okay, and then we'll grab the smaller one. And another piece of white, just the Whisper White cardstock. Just using the normal one. Actually, what I want to do with this one, because this is the one that's going to go on top of the larger one, I'm going to use my adhesive sheets. So this will mean after colouring it in, when it goes to putting it on top of this, on top of the other one, I'm not going to have to be super fussy with glue and all that sort of stuff. Sorry. I'll show you how I do this. So I'm just going to cut a section of this off. I don't like to waste anything, so I like to always I'll keep this part for something else. Okay, I'll grab this out of the way. Let me just move some things out of the way. Okay, just move that over there for the moment. So what I'm going to do, so I've got my white piece of cardstock and I've got that pretty much goes all over that. Now sometimes you won't need such a big piece, but because this is such a big die, it basically goes over the whole thing. So I'm going to just chuck that on. So they come off in little strips and you literally just pop your little strip down and grab the other one. Now it certainly doesn't need to be completely perfect. As you can see, I've got a little gap in the middle there. That's not going to be an issue at all. Okay, so then you turn it over because you want that on the bottom of your paper. You grab your die and you go over the top. Just making sure that I've got that in. I think that's about okay. All right. Let's do the top plate now. Oh, sorry, probably knocking the camera. Okay, so that is that all cut out. So I'll move all this out of the way. Absolutely love how this thing just folds up nicely, because now I can keep it on my desk. So I never had room for my old one. Okay, just grab these out again and just very carefully pop that out. All right, just make sure that's all off there. I'll grab my picker tool, because this is going to help me get it all off. Oops. Okay. All right, so I just start popping some of these out. Be careful when you do this that you don't stab yourself, because that part's not too fun if you do that. It's a bit fiddly getting all these little pieces out, but it's definitely well worth it. I won't be too pedantic at the moment, because when I peel it off, I'll be able to leave most of those tiny little pieces that might be a bit tricky. These little bits are a little bit fiddly, but alright, I'll just leave that for the moment. Clear all this up. End up with so many little bits on your desk. Alright, now I'll just grab my bigger one and start popping out all those. Yep, that's everything. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll just jump right ahead and start doing the colouring. I have to work out what colours I'm using first, so one moment. I think we're going to go, I want it to look bright and happy. So my green that I'm going to use is Granny April Green. That's definitely my go-to bright greens. And then I think I might use Witch Razzleberry. What else have I got? Actually, I might just test this to see how this is going to look. So that is the light Blackberry Bliss. And this is the dark Witch Razzleberry. Which those colours would look good together. You know what? I'm going to stick to just using Blackberry Bliss. So dark and light Blackberry Bliss, I think, is what I'm going to go with. Now I need an orange or yellow. So I'll go with dark Mango Melody, and that will be for the centre of the flowers. All right. If I need more, I'll grab more, but I think we might just stick to those colours. So I'll start with the centres. So these are the little flower centers. We're going to just colour those in. And this is using the dark Mango Melody, which is quite a nice, you could either call it a really dark yellow, or you could call it a light orange. Couple more to do. I've got no idea how this is going to look when it comes together, so let's just wait and see. Hey, it might not actually look any good, it might look crap, but yeah. All right, we'll start with our flowers. So what I'm going to do is do the dark underneath and then the light over the top. That's my idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to be actually able to execute this one, but we'll see. We'll see if it actually looks any good. I'm just using the brush end just to make it a little bit quicker. Obviously going to make a big mess on my paper underneath, but that doesn't matter. I think Blackberry Bliss would be one of my favorite colors, because it does look really good with the light colors. Actually, let me just, oh no, it goes that way. No, got that the wrong way. I might actually do these flowers like a pink. Let's see what I've got. I'm going to use this one. Dark Rocco Rose and light Rocco Rose. Hopefully this works. I'm just going to have to keep referring back to this just to make sure that I'm kind of getting it where I want it. Yeah, so I really just need that little bit in the purple, which is and there's one more of those little flowers at the top there, so I'll just do that while I've got the colour out. Yeah, so we'll do those two in the lighter. I might just go over this one a bit more in that lighter pink, which is the Rocco Rose, which is a really beautiful, like a dusty pink. It's probably the best way to describe it. Okay, so now we want to just go back over with this. Apologies if you can hear my kids in the background. They're playing a game, which seems to be someone's losing because I can hear someone yelling. Fun times, fun times. All right, actually I'll grab my granny apple green and I'll start going over these leaves. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. Well, we'll certainly find out once we put it all together, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect either. Okay, it feels like spring is finally here. We've been getting some really nice weather the last couple of days, which has definitely been really nice, especially being stuck at home in ISO. At least, you know, you've just got that little bit of nice warm weather to, or a bit of sunshine at least, just to, I don't know, make you feel a little bit better. Okay, nearly there, nearly there. Okay, I hope you're not just seeing the top of my head while I do this. You could also use this, you know, grab your ink daubers and go over it that way as well. Or you could do it with your watercolor pencils or any marker that you have there. Okay, let's go over those little bits that I may have missed. All right, so that's the base done. Now we're going to do the top, which we're going to use the same colors, but we're going to use the light version. So I'm just going to get rid of all my darks. dark, dark, dark. I will keep the dark for the centers. Although I'm gonna be popping out those little bits in a minute. Might be easy actually with this tip on the thinner one. I think that's all of them. Yep. Okay, and now we're going to do our light granny apple green, get all those leaves done. I think for the top one, it's definitely easier to just use the normal texture end rather than the brush end. Because the pieces are so fine, it's yeah, definitely a bit easier, I think. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, I'm just a little bit fiddly around these little parts, but I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. I hope when it comes together it's going to look really good. I might be wrong, we'll see. Okay, I think that's all the green done. Now I'll use my light Rocco Rose and go over these. The light Rocco Rose is really pretty because it's quite a bright pink, but it's also bright but dusty. So I quite like that. My kids, all they do is fight. So much fun. Okay, there's those two little flowers done. Go over some of those little spots. Make it a little bit darker. Okay, and now we want our light blackberry bliss. Yep, and we're basically just going to fill in all the spots. Probably can't see anything, so I'm doing it on top of that, so it probably just looks like one big mess. Hopefully once I put it all together, it will look really good. I'm really enjoying this this bundle. So pretty. Oops, just went in that yellow part then. That's okay. Definitely fiddly this doing it this way, but I'm hoping it's going to look alright. We will soon find out, but I'm going to do the rest of the card fairly plain, so that part will be nice and quick, because I really just want these flowers to be the focus of the card, and then we can just pop a little sentiment on there. Okay, I think we're almost done. Nope, this one up here. Okay. All right, I do kind of like that. Let's see what that looks like together. Ooh, I really like that. All right, so what I'm going to do, this is going to be the tricky part, making sure that I get this on the top as even as possible. So I'm just taking off one side, because remember there was two little strips. And now, which I really apologize if all you're seeing is the top of my head, I just kind of got to line up that first little bit. Oh dear. Actually, I'll be, all right, so I'm just gonna try and get this on. This is the tricky part, in making sure you get this on as somewhat even as possible. It is a little bit fiddly, but once you kind of get it on, it I think I bent my little leaf the wrong way. Well, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Okay, now I'm just going to peel back the other side. And then I can pretty much just put that down. There's a couple of little pieces that haven't popped out, so I'll pop those out before I get it down. My little picker tool. And just these two up here. Now, because I've got all this lined up, this part should just go down fairly simple. Alright, let's push that down, make sure it's all stuck down. So there you go, there is my little flowers coloured with the blends. Alright, now I need to do the base of my card, which, like I said, I'm just going to do that fairly simple, but I am going to grab some Blackberry Bliss paper. I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. Here we go. I'm thinking like that. Oh no. You know what I've done here? I've put the wrong lids on. So now I've got to... That wasn't very smart. Dark Blackberry Bliss. So that one gets off and that one gets on. Don't do that, because then that's going to confuse you. I just saw a little white piece. I'm just trying to see, where did I see that? Here. Okay. Alright, so this will be the base of my card. I'll just get that all folded and sorted out. So what I do is I score that at 14.5. Fold that over. Just grab and then trim that bottom at 14.5.
Thanks, babe.
Okay, and then I'm going to this will be my backing, so I'll do that at 10 by 14. And then I want to add a piece of vellum, which I'm going to do that at 13.5. Actually, we'll go 13. We'll do just slightly bigger border for this one, so it's not too much. So that was 13, and we want to do that at 9. Okay. I'm going to glue these down, because then it's really just a matter of gluing the flower on the top of that and then adding a little sentiment, which I will just do something really simple, but I'll use one from this. Oh dear. Just dropped that all over my jumper. That's all right. All right. I've got glue on my hands. Great. Okay, so try and line that up as even as possible. That's what I love about this glue, is it does just give you that little bit of time to make sure it's as straight as you can get it. Okay, and I'm going to glue this guy down, but I need to kind of make sure that I'm going to be doing it somewhat in the right areas. I'm just going to actually just add some random little dots and hope for the best. I can always add a bit more if I do need it. Okay. I'll push those down. Although you can see that once it dries, it is less noticeable, which is good. But I have managed, I have sort of hidden it. Not successfully enough. Or should I go that way? No, definitely the other way. So I'm going to chuck some, the other thing is I could put it up on dimensionals. No, we're going to glue it straight down. So I'm just going to put some glue on some of these bigger spots. You could use the adhesive backing for this one as well, if you wanted to, but I was like, you know what, there's enough spots on this, to be able to put a bit of glue on it without was it that way? Oh, now I've totally lost myself, haven't I? No, it was definitely that way. Make sure my card's straight, and then I can make sure. All right, push that down. Beautiful. And what I'm going to do is I can just see that that little corner is sticking up. So I can use, just add a little bit, meant to add a little bit, just to keep those a little bit flatter. Okay, now we need a sentiment, which I don't know what to do. Ouch. Let's work it out. Right, so these are the sentiments that I have to choose from, and I do only want to use a small one. I might even just do Sure Do Miss You. I think that's a nice one, especially for the moment when, well, you know, we can't really go out and visit and see people. Okay, so what I do is I just line that up on my grid paper and then chuck my block on top. So it is hopefully somewhat. And I'm using the Blackberry Bliss ink. Just stamp this up. Sorry if I'm not in camera. I just don't want to get that ink pad near the card. All right, Sure Do Miss. Glue all over me. Yeah. All right, Sure Do Miss You. And I'm basically just going to snip that down. Using my little snips. Trying to make it somewhat even on all sides. I need to add a bit from the top. I could have run this through my little mini trimmer, actually. It would have been a bit easier. But that's not too bad. Okay, let's grab away this rubbish. And for my little bit of bling bling, which I always add a little bit of bling bling, I'm going to use the pearls. These are just the basic pearl jewels. I'm going to grab my blend, and I'm using the dark Blackberry Bliss, and just going to run over those with one of those, and then it looks like I've got little purple Blackberry Bliss rhinestones, or rhinestones, what do you call them? Pearls. Alright, just pop this up on dimensionals. Oh, kind of like it there, actually. Sure do miss you. Okay, and I'll just chuck on my little rhinestones that I've coloured in. Oops. Yeah, put one in the centre there. And there you go. I have my little card done. So that was using the I've got mess everywhere. I need to clean my desk. That was using the mini layered Blossom Bloom dies and the Blossoming Bloom stamp set. So you can buy them as a bundle, or you can buy them as separately. So with a set like this, you can just grab the die set. Like if you just wanted to make cards like that, you can definitely just get away with buying the stamp set. I'm just trying to get these little bits out that I've stuck in here. But then the beautiful stamp set as well makes a really beautiful card. I actually did one earlier today, and that was using the stamp sets, and what I did is I sponged the center of the flowers in the Witch Razzleberry and then went over the other areas with the Heather Highland, just to make it look like a bit of a pansy, I guess that's the word. You know, the flower, the pansy flower pansies. So yeah. Getting all these out, because I know if I put this back in, next time I go to use it, I'll probably forget that they're stuck in there, and they'll get stuck on. So they're the dies that come in this bundle. Yes, well, I hope that everyone is enjoying their Saturday night, and hopefully of those of you that can maybe go out and do something, hopefully you are out doing something. If not, thank you for hanging around and watching me make a card. Really appreciate that. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I shall talk to you next time. Thank you. Bye.